Hey, it's Biddy Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I am recording this live on Monday morning. It is July 8th, and I have a little bit of a crafty haul. I've been doing well, not buying things. I'm not on a no buy or a low buy. I'm just not buying things. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, anyways, let me find you guys in the live stream chat and let's get started. I needed some stuff. I ran out of tape. I actually now need to order the 3/8" tape because I used the last of it yesterday working on a project. All gone. So I got my 5/8". This I ordered off Amazon. I love this brand. Sukwing is what is on the label, but it's called score tape. 27 yards, 5/8". It just really holds and sticks, which is important, especially here in Texas. It's incredibly humid in South Texas, and so really have to have something that holds. Hi Lee, how are you? Hey Jennifer, good morning. I've had these in my Amazon shopping cart forever, and I just decided to go ahead and pick them up. And they're eyelets, but they have this really wide top to them, and I just love, every time I see these, I love the look of them. And I got the mint green. I thought it would be something different. I got 40 of them. I think they were around, I don't know, $4 or $5. I bought this, well, one, I wanted another one of my favorite alls. But I bought this kit because this is the original one that I bought. They went up during the pandemic and they were more expensive than they had been previously, and then I finally found this one again for what I originally paid, which was $7.99. So for $7.99, you get 2 wax threads, you get my favorite awl, and I've tried a lot of awls over the years, and this is by far my favorite. These I don't like really at all. I'm taking them out. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm just gonna maybe save them for the leather that Jackie sent me, but yeah, I'm not, no. Or was it was Lee that sent me the leather? Yeah, I think I'll save these for leather, but I'm not gonna use them for regular stuff anymore. As you can tell, I've ordered a couple. Oh, here's another one. I don't want that. So I have ordered a couple of kits in the past trying different versions, and this is my favorite version. And I know some people are new to journal making and they're looking for, I bought this version actually on Amazon just for the case. But again, I wasn't crazy about the contents. This one's got my favorite mixture of items. So this is $7.99. And if you already have this stuff, you don't even need it. But some people are just getting started, so they do need it. It comes with a couple of binder clips. It comes with a metal ruler, which is really great for like tearing. And just, it's kind of nice to have a small metal ruler. Now, the only thing about this one, which is cool, it's a little sharp. So be careful, especially on the corners. But it's got centimeters and inches on the other side. I love that. It has this little carrying case. For this one, I would actually keep the carrying case just because it's a little sharp. But it's fun to have a little metal ruler, so I'm going to put that up where it goes. I've been kind of thinking I should keep this one together so people can see. Maybe I'll just record a short. It's got bone folders, and I actually like these bone folders. I use one all the time from my first kit, see? So I really didn't mind having more of those. And then my favorite awl, which I can just pop right in there. And then it's got a little pair of scissors. I'll probably give these to my mom. And then it's got all the needles that you need for bookbinding. And I love these little tubes that they come in. And then this string would keep you going for quite some time when you're just first getting started. So that's everything that comes in the kit. It's all incredibly useful. And I really think it's a good value. And so I wanted to share that with y'all because these were going for like 15 bucks there for a while, and I got real excited when I found it for the original $7.99 price again. Okay, so that's that. Just sharing a little bit, like if you're looking for these supplies, I will leave this particular kit linked down below. If it's $7.99 in your area, I don't know. I know sometimes Amazon doesn't price everything the same price in the same areas, but definitely worth it. This is all you need tool-wise to make junk journals if you want to sew your junk journals. Okay, I was also at the Dollar Tree. Hi Cheryl, good morning. Hey Fonda, hey Rhonda Lane. I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. I didn't sleep well last night, but whatever. Oh, my name isn't working in Anton's shop. That is weird. I'll have to go on and test it and see. I know some people I thought had used it. So I'm glad you told me because I didn't know. We will get that figured out. I didn't notice that these had the hole. These have holes in them for like a ring binder. I didn't notice that. That's okay. I'm gonna give these a sparkle heart anyways, probably. But I wanted to say, let's get it. I thought these were so cute. You can do it. Shine bright, girl, power, not powder. You go, girl, and then spread love, shine like a star. Who runs the world? Girls. 100% unicorn, totally sparkle heart right here. So these were at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's not my favorite version, I'm going to be honest. I really like the basic folder that doesn't have holes here, that does have the folded pockets. This one has like cutouts here so that you could stick a card in there, like a business card. But these do make good journals if you want to just have an easy journal cover. It's a good place to start. So I just picked those up. I'm getting real excited about school supplies because I want to pick up folders. I did some coffee dyeing yesterday, so these were sitting on my desk this morning. And I thought, because what I did, I coffee dyed the random paper sitting on top of my printer that I don't know where it's from. I don't know which company it is. I'm pretty sure it's not great for printing. And so I coffee dyed it, and a lot of it's really thick, like cardstock. Like, look how thick that is. So my idea is to take this really thick coffee dyed paper and make simple journals. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some simple journals. So this is I want to say that this is probably accent opaque. It's definitely like 110-pound cardstock, a high GSM cardstock. But we're going to take these and we're going to make a couple of journals. These are actually the covers that I'm folding right now. And we're going to make a couple of simple journals together. And then I'm going to run off to work. I'm going to be in overtime this week. We have a lot to do. So I need to get to it. I've had a lot of time off, which has been so nice. But now need to get to it. So I did a few pages. I didn't have much, but I did a few pages that are a thinner, like 20-pound. When you're coffee dyeing paper, I suggest you do different weights. Like I did cardstock and 20-pound copy weight paper. I didn't have enough of the 20-pound, to be honest. I need to order some or pick some up the next time I'm at Walmart or the grocery store. Just the cheap stuff, you know, the basic printer copy paper. Anyways, here's a few sheets which will get us started for these little journals. We're going to make some just simple little journals. Now, I have my scraps still, and I was thinking we could do scrappy styles. We could do printables, scrapbook paper, but I want to keep it real simple. So this still has some coffee grounds on it. Now I did put baking soda in with my coffee to alkaline it so it's not too acidic. I know, I can't remember who, I know a couple of times we've talked about doing just that, so that your paper is more archival. It's more heirloom quality. If you balance the acidity of the coffee or tea. So these, I did that with these. We're going to make a few because this is going to be real simple. And I think you guys are going to like it for that reason. So I'm going to finish folding up these. Does it have a brand name for the kit? No, you know it doesn't. Let me get the package back out for you, Jennifer, so you can see. I will link it though for you later. I don't have the link right now. It's called Set of 16 Book Binding Kit, including crafts and sewing. It doesn't really, that's it. It's one of those that's not like real branded. It's pretty generic. All right, let's see how many pages of this we have. Oh my goodness, 10. When does that ever happen? And how many of these do we have? 4. Let me grab one more cover. We'll do 5 journals. That sounds like a lot, but again, these are going to be really simple. Ooh, this is a pretty page. It was the top one, but I like the way it looks. So here, we can fold it this way. So these are going to be more like little notebooks. Okay, so we have 5 covers, 10 tea-dyed pages, which means each one gets 2. I like even numbers. This is a pretty page. This is a coloring book that I bought at the thrift store. It didn't even have a cover. It just was $1. I can't tell you what it's called because it didn't have a spine. It didn't have a cover, but when you're at the thrift store, y'all, don't pass up coloring books, especially these really pretty ones, because they are great for adding to your journals. If you tear the pages out well enough. I kind of like this ram. I like the prompt, draw a mountain backdrop for this doll ram. Ooh, crickets. Oh, the peacock is pretty. Let's do this page. So I'm going to pull 5 sheets of this because we have 5 journals. I really liked this front page. Isn't this gorgeous? So let's pull this one. I think it's probably easier for people to tear apart a coloring book too than it is other kinds of books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so one more. This is pretty. Let's do this one. Oh, it's got frogs on this side. That's fine. Okay, so we've got 5 sheets of that. So now each journal gets one of those. I'm going to grab some more paper. Ooh, I really like this paper pad. I don't know if it matches the vibe. It's called Southern Belle. It's usually really hard for me to cut into this one. It's old. It's from DCWV. I was trying to say their name, Die Cuts with a View. I am such a sucker for their paper pads. Oh my gosh, but I just love this one. See, it almost has every sheet in it. It's nearly impossible for me to cut this paper pad up. I love everything about it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think I can do it still today. I just like to flip through it. These are so cute. I do have to work with it. One day I'm going to have to cut that up. But not today. I don't have the willpower. Maybe I didn't sleep enough last night. I think this one matches the vibe of what I'm going for a little bit better. Another old one. But whatever. This is what it's like when you have a big stash and you use it. I do love this one. I've always been a sucker for this paper pad too. It's called Wildflower, and it's really old as well. I don't know who made this. Am I just totally missing it? Where's their name? Oh, it's American Crafts. Okay, so let me pull, I'm going to pull 5 sheets from it. We're going to have Willpower, and I'm going to pull paper from here as well. Ooh, I like this one. I'm going to pull really patterned. I was trying to decide as I was flipping through it. I like these houses too. Let's pull this one. We can do some astrology. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. Why not? Let's do this one. Good morning, Lady Jane. Good morning, Paula Rice and Esther Williams. Hello. Where did you buy all the tools? I bought them on Amazon for $7.99. If you are just getting started with junk journaling, it is my favorite kit. It's how I started, and I've tried different kits, and it's definitely my favorite. So I was so excited when I found it again. Okay, so now we have 1 sheet of coloring book pages for each journal, 1 sheet of patterned paper for each journal, and we have 2 sheets of tea dye paper for each journal. Let's pick one more kind of paper, and I think I know exactly what I want. If I can just get to it is the question. well, I couldn't get to it, so I'll take this as a second. Primary writing journals, what this is. I love these kinds of journals. My kids had to have this in elementary school, and I bought a big pack of them because I had 2 kids in elementary school. And I sometimes would send extra supplies, you know, because not everyone can bring the supplies they need, and I don't want teachers buying them. Anyways, I had these left over. I had 2, and I just love them. I've always loved the idea of taking one of these and collaging the top and writing a story down below. So I'm going to save, I have 2 of these books. I'm going to save one to do that one day. I'm just going to collage the top and write a story. But since I have 2 of them, I can take out 5 pages of this as well. I think you can even buy this kind of paper if it's something you're interested in. Loose leaf, not in a journal. Or you can buy them like this in a journal. Or notebook. Okay, and one more sheet. I'll just tear from the back. So this is primary writing. Okay. One more, just one more type of paper. And what I'm really wanting, you guys, is my grid paper. I think it'd be so cool to add some grid paper to this mixture. I had it out the other day and I don't know where I put it. Here's what I'm going to grab instead. Now, this paper is overrated right now. I used to get this 200 or 500 sheets of this. It's 20 pound. I used to get it for $6.99 before inflation. Now it's like $30. So I'm not even going to recommend it to you because that's a ripoff. I'm sorry. It's just, all it is colored copy-weight paper. There's nothing special about it other than I like the color. I used to recommend it to you guys if you don't tea dye or you're not comfortable tea dyeing. I always thought this was a good second option, but not at that price. I mean, everybody, I guess, values things differently, or, you know, it may be a good price to you, but to me, because I know what I paid before inflation, not a good price. Oh my gosh. Well, the hurricane has landed. So all my South Texas folks, I'm thinking of you. I know our sky is all made up right now. We got some rain yesterday. I don't know if I hope we get a bunch from the storm, but I don't know if we will. It tracked a little further east. So for all my people in the Houston area, I know you're getting big storms right now, so hope y'all are all safe. So I'm just going to take these and fold them. And this is all the paper I'm going to put in these journals. I'm not going to worry about cleaning up this edge right now. I might come back and do it, but I might not. I kind of don't mind. I mean, how many times do y'all see me rough up things? Oh my gosh. Jackie, hey girl. She's letting everyone know that American Crafts has a digital collection. I never show it or have talked about it on my channel because I don't think I can. I think they have it on lock. Like, you can't talk about it, you can't share it in any way, but you can get some of their collections digitally. This is too tall. and use it for yourself, but you can't use it. I don't think you can use it for content creation. I don't think you can use it in anything that you sell, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, that's the way I understood it. So, but if you just love a paper pad, like I love that Southern Belle one and can't seem to cut it up, and I'm just gonna make things that I give away. The thing is I pretty much share everything here on my channel. So if someone has an angel policy where they don't want me sharing it, then I can't use the product because I'm gonna share it with you guys. So that's why I've never discussed, and I may have it wrong, but that's just, when I read their angel policy, that's the way I understood it. So I was like, oh, guess that's not for me. But as much as I love that Southern Belle collection, and see, there's Maggie Holmes collections that you can't buy the paper pad anymore, but you can get the digital, like the Carousel collection, for example. Yeah. Y'all let me know if I have that wrong, but that's the way I understand it. Wait, well, parents, I'm sure, but we have to send the kids with school supplies, notebooks, pencils, paper, pens, markers, glue, all of those things. But you know, different families going through different times and on different budgets, that time of year can be really stressful. And so I've always, if I could, I always supplied extra. Always sent the kids with a little extra. Or what, another thing I do, honestly, is I send school supplies, like Kleenex and things like that, throughout the year. So sometimes I gift the classroom. I think I'll fold this one like this, and this will be my center page, and that way when you open up you can see the full birdie. We'll do that with the bears too. But yeah, sometimes I'll just send like extra Kleenex or whatever, because I know my kids can use up some Kleenex, y'all. They've always been like that. And I don't want the teachers having to buy it. So when I just try to do a little extra sometimes. Okay, we're almost done with all of our paper. We just got these big pieces. I'm gonna do these the way I've always loved to do 12 by 12 paper in my journals is I'm going to cut off the branding strip, but I'm going to turn it the direction it needs to go, which is this one. I'm going to trim it down to 11. So I'm going to take an inch off of one side and have this fun little scrap of paper. Okay, then I'm going to turn this. So now this is 11 by 12. I'm going to turn it on the 12-inch side. And I'm going to score at what would be 8.5. So I don't want to do math today. Okay, not yet. Might be forced to do it later. So keep it on reserves. All right. This is how I like to do it. Now I'm going to score at 5.5. I'm back on the 11-inch side. Okay. So I'm going to score at 5.5. And basically now I have a pocket, a double pocket. I like having these in my journal. It's a great way to use patterned paper, 12 by 12 paper. Now I really do like it for non-directional because like it doesn't matter that the inside is upside down. And then all we have to do is glue this section right here. Like that. And there we go. Pockets. That's going to go in the journal. Let's keep doing that. Now, this piece is going to be different. So this is a directional one. So let me show you what I do if I have a directional one. So I still need to cut off an inch. I'm going to do 1/2 inch on each side to kind of try to keep it centered is what all I'm trying to do. And I know I'm cutting off a bit of the words, but that it is what it is. But that keeps it more centered. Okay, so then I'm going to turn it. Now we're at the 12 inch. And do 3 1/2. And now I'm going to turn it. So now we're back at the 11 inch side. I'm going to do 5 1/2. Okay, now because this was double-sided, when I flip it up, all of that is upside down. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like stuff upside down and sideways in my journals. So I just trim it off. There we go. And then I will now glue the 3 sides, just as we would do with any other pocket. I'm gonna go ahead and crease this though, this way on that fold. So it's not that you can't use directional paper. You can, you just need to treat it a little different. Unless you don't mind things upside down, and then you just go ahead and fold it, but I don't like it. It does not make my brain happy. My brain has enough chaos going on in it that it doesn't need any from the outside. It has enough going on, but now we have the same sized pockets. Okay, so let's do another. Oh, this page is going to be the same way. Hey Gloria, welcome to the Glue Crew. I have a video coming out for the Glue Crew today. They're going to get to see my Be Right Back sign a little early. Now the Glue Crew, I am going to start posting a little more in there, but let me tell you a little bit about the Glue Crew. It is my membership for this channel, and it is kind of like the tip jar that you hear other creators talk about, like buy me a coffee, that kind of thing. But I do try to produce a little bit extra for them, and I do give them a little heads up here and there, and I do try to add some perks, but I had to dial it back. When I first started my members, I did a lot more. Okay, so we had a 12 inch piece. I cut off 1 inch. Sorry, I just want to make sure this is clear for everyone. Then I turn it. Now we're back on the 12 inch side because I want the buildings to be upright in my journal. I can just, instead, because this is directional, I don't have to score it, but I can just cut off 3 1/2 inches from the bottom. Okay, so then this is what this is going to look like. I can score both of these at 5 1/2. So this is on the 11 inch side. Score this one at 5 1/2. And then I'm just going to glue this down. But I really appreciate you guys being members. That is so sweet and so supportive and so awesome. And it's just like a way, like if you like watching my channel, you like the content that I do, it's $2.99. It's just a little tip. It's like buy me a coffee, and that fee is once a month. And then every so often you get a little extra. That's kind of how it works. Sweet. Okay, 2 more. We'll fly through these, woo, because they're not really directional. Okay, so I'm trimming off my, I'm going to turn it this way. So it's a little directional, but we won't have to give the pocket the same treatment, I don't think. So I want my paper to go widthwise this way. So I'm going to trim off the inch, and then I'm going to turn it. I'm going to flip it over too. I'm going to score it 3.5. You don't have to score it 3.5. You can make this any size you want. That's just what I wanted. Okay, and I'm going to score this at 5.5. Okay, and I'm just going to glue the 2 sides. One there, one there. But you don't have to join my channel to support me. Y'all watching my videos, really hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel supports me too. And you don't, it's all free. It doesn't cost a thing. But I appreciate everyone. Okay, one more, y'all. One more. This one. Love this paper. Man, this Wildflower collection was amazing. Amazing. I think it's American Crafts too, so it may be available in their digital section as well. How are you doing, Rebecca? Hey, Susan. Yeah, it is a little bit like Timmy's pocket folio from the other day. I've always liked to have a little bit of pockets. And this is nice because they're just built in. And all you have left is a 1 by 12 inch scrap of paper. So you're really getting the most out of your 12 by 12 paper. At least I feel that way, but okay. Done. No more trimming to do. We've got those done. We've got everything done. So let's put these little journals together. Just pulling all my pages. Okay, so mask making. I didn't even know it was going to be my mask making today, but we are. And it's good because y'all get to see how I mask make. And these are going to be great craft fair projects because they're quick and easy and inexpensive. Like I won't need to charge very much for these because there won't be a ton of my time into them. I charge for my time. My craft fair makes. I do. Everybody else gets to charge for their time. Why don't crafters? And I always hear crafters say, oh, you won't get your time back. Well, maybe we should try. Hey, Flo, how's it going? How you doing? These are my covers for anyone joining later. It's a cardstock, piece of cardstock that I coffee dyed yesterday. Still smells like coffee a little bit. All right, so these are my covers. These are going to be just simple little notebooks with, we got 5 types of paper that we're putting in them, okay? And they get 2 sheets of coffee dye per journal. So that's how this is working out. I'm gonna pick, I think I'll do the patterned paper. Let's make one and see if I like it, but I think I'll do the patterned paper. And then, well, this is going to be in the middle. Okay, we'll see. Let's just put one together. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But what I was thinking is having the pockets up front like this. And then we need tea dye. And then maybe we can do the tan paper. And then the little, that one. And then another tea dye. And then in the middle, I was going to put the coloring book page. And that's it. That's the little notebook. See why I won't be charging a ton for it? But it's a cute little, just a little place to keep some notes. Okay, let's do that. I like that. So I'm gonna put the pocket up front, and then a tea dye. And then what did I do? I did a tan, I think. Let me do this. This, and then another tea dye, and then the tan, and then the coloring book page. Bam. Okay. So 6 times 4, there's 24 pages in this little journal. We'll call them notebooks. It feels like a little notebook more than a journal. Rhonda Lane, no, teachers don't get compensated by the school. They spend their salary buying school supplies. It's very, that's why I just don't like the idea of that. First of all, our teachers aren't paid that much. In some countries, teachers are valued for what they contribute to their society, and so they get paid a really good salary. Not here in the States. Our police officers and our teachers don't get that much, and so I just can't stand the idea of them having to. I know I left out one of these. I was reading y'all's comments. There we go. So that's why I'm just like, every once in a while, I just buy an extra box of Kleenex or a package of pencils, just do something a little extra for them. This ended up working well. I also send thank you cards, and I send them handmade cards that they can use. I send them because some of my kids' teachers send out cards or postcards, and so I send them cards that they can give to the students too. I just try to do little things here and there. All right. And that's the thing. If everyone just did a little, can you imagine? If everyone just did a little bit, they would never have to buy anything. All right. So here are the 5 little notebooks. Now, I have a long arm stapler, but not everybody does. So I'm always trying to think of them. And then, of course, I love sewing my stuff together. But I was trying to think of other ways to bind things. I think I've shown y'all. Well, I've shown y'all taking twine and just tying it around. We've done that so many times. I've also shown you guys how to use a little bit of wet glue. And you just put like a little bit of wet glue, a line there, glue it down, a line here. But I really, that's not a way that I love to do journals. So I probably won't do it like that either. I don't know if y'all can stand to sit here and watch me sew 5 of these together, but that's kind of what I'm feeling like doing. Why don't we keep it simple, and instead of doing the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, why don't we just put 2 holes and tie a knot? I mean, they're not that big. We want to keep it simple because these are going to be just like a low-cost little notebook on my craft fair table. So we don't want to do anything too complicated. Woo, can I talk today? Or time-consuming. And then the covers are going to be really, the cover is where I'm going to spend most of my time decorating these. It's just focused on the covers. And we may even do just simple stamping. So let's do simple binding and pull these together. Let me get that little kit out. Let's see. I'll leave it. I have all that stuff over here. Get some paper clips. I'm going to use my jumbos. Okay. I'm going to find my center. Before you put any journal together, flip through it and make sure everything is upright. This one is real simple, so it's not difficult, but it's just a good practice. So I'm going to clip these together. With something like this, you don't necessarily need the big jumbos, but I am going to clip all 4 sides. It makes such a difference. Okay. Now this little guy was a little shorter, so I'm going to make sure he's lined up evenly because it makes my brain happy. I'm going to flip through and make sure my paper is turned the correct direction. Yeah, I know it's so different from country to country. There used to be this really funny, you know what, sadly, and everyone's going to have different feelings about this, but a lot of the school's money goes to the athletic departments. Okay. And I know everyone feels different. And it's not that I'm against athletics. I'm not. But there just needs to be balance, right? Now this might seem like a lot of trouble, but I'm telling you, if you want successful stitching experience, it's critical. I kind of like that it just landed like this. I didn't plan it, but the one with astrology has bugs. I don't know. I kind of like that. Have you got a chance to check out the trimmer blade at Michael's yet? No, I haven't, Rebecca. I need to go by and check that out. Yeah, mine, I'm on my last blade right now. So believe me, the sense of urgency on that matter is coming. Nothing like your last blade going dull to get you to Michael's, right? But I am looking forward to it. I have ordered blades 3 times now offline, ones that I thought were the correct ones and they weren't. And I just can't find another trimmer that I think I'm gonna like as much. I've been using this one non-stop for years. Okay, I checked that right. I was on autopilot and checked it. Yeah, okay, just making sure. All right, so now, because we're making 5 at once, now, oh, I was about to put that away. I'm gonna use my awl, I'm gonna use my needle, and then I'm also going to grab some thread. Oh, this purple's kind of fun. That would be unexpected, wouldn't it? Let's see. I like the pink, but I also kind of like the idea of brown. Because the journal's like got a very like kind of natural feel. They don't all have to have the same thing. Okay, now normally when you're doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you take your twine or your thread and you measure 3 lengths of your journal cover. Okay, and that's how you measure and trim right there, and that will get you everything that you need comfortably with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. But we're not doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. We're doing 2 little stitches. You know, we're just doing like right there. So I'm just gonna do like, this is a shorter version. So I'm basically doing kind of 2, let's do 2 lengths of the journal cover. I know I'll be cutting some off from that, but you know, you don't want to have to struggle tying something. So I'm going to take this. I'm just going to poke 2 holes kind of randomly. If you want to measure, you can. Like, you could measure up from the bottom. You know, you could say, oh, okay, I think I want them 3 inches, you know, from each side or something. And they'd be really close together. Maybe you do 2 inches. Here, we'll try it. I don't usually measure, to be honest, y'all. When it comes to poking my holes, I just poke holes. Let's see. But we'll do a measured version for those who want that. Because I know we all craft differently. So I'm going to do 2 inches, mark a dot, and do 2 inches from here with my shaky little hands. And put a dot in there. The thing is I should have done that from the inside because I don't usually poke my holes from the outside. Just doing everything different on this one. That did not go well. There we go. Where's that thread? There it is. Okay. Good morning, Melanie. How are you? Good morning to anyone I haven't said hi yet to. Hi, Yvette. Yeah, I try not to. I know it's not for everyone. As far as like, I don't do politics. You guys, I don't even just do politics, to be honest, in my own personal life. So you don't have to worry about me sharing that on my channel because I stay out of it. I don't want no part of it. Here, there, anywhere. All right. Like, this is going to hold 6 pieces, 7 pieces of paper together. And you're just putting the thread through 2 holes. Will it slip up and down is the question. I've never done this. This is experimental. No, it doesn't slip at all. That is totally fine. Like, why do we do 3 holes in the first place is what my brain wants to know now. So let's keep doing that. This is a very secure book. Watch. Nothing's going nowhere. Such a country way to say it. But yeah, nothing's going nowhere. It's fine. Let's do another one. I like that. I'm not measuring again. That was like torture. I'm just going to poke a hole here, poke a hole there, and keep on keeping on. We get to poke all of our holes first. Melanie, you need some mojo? Well, maybe this will do it. I did not sleep. I don't know how many times I woke up last night, but way too many. Sala says, I'm so slow I would never get my time back. Well, I guess that's a thing too. But what I mean is, like, if you pour a ton of detail into something and you've worked on it, you know you've worked on that journal for a month. Don't sell it for $20. I know you can't get a month back by, you know, charging if you've worked on it for a month, but just don't undersell yourself. You're worth more than that, and so is your creation. It's like a plumber. We had to call the plumber a couple of months ago. He was at my house for 30 minutes and it cost me $800. I wasn't paying him for his time he spent at my house. I was paying him for his expertise and equipment and the time that he spent in everybody's houses. You know what I mean? And it's kind of the same way with our craft supplies or our projects, our crafty projects, you know. Or at least, well, it's not like that. I guess it's the opposite. It's like you spend 8, 10, 12 hours and charge someone $40. Yeah. So I'm not even double stranding this, you guys. I'm just pushing it through one time. I don't think I cut my string long enough. What was I doing? Definitely do 2 lengths of your book. This will be fine and I'll get the job done. It just won't have a bow on it. And I usually like a bow. But I can get a double knot. There we go. Let's do the quality control test on this one. That's going nowhere. Love it. So easy. Now I'm going to have to test this on more detailed makes one day. I'll do purple for this one. Yummy coffee. Sounds good. I do decaf, but I still love it. I just love the flavor of coffee, especially with a lot of hazelnut in it. I like it slightly creamy. I like a latte. I like a strong coffee flavor, slightly creamy, not too creamy, and hazelnut. That's my favorite. I just can't do caffeine because it makes me aggro. Okay. You know what I don't like though? I like the coffee flavor, but I don't like coffee ice cream. We got some ice cream in a pint the other day that was supposed to be salted caramel, and it was like they labeled it wrong, and which could be really dangerous for some people. But anyways, it ended up being like mocha. It was coffee flavored ice cream, and that was not doing it for me. I didn't get this one as tight, so I'm testing it. It stays together perfectly fine. Almost done. 2 more, and then we'll decorate a couple of covers, and then I'm sure we all have to go places and do things. It's Monday morning after all. Let me clean up my desk a little bit. There's people watching. Okay. Oh, Mama Bear. Mama's Bear is going to get pink. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, you guys. Have I told y'all about the new series? I can't remember, but I have a bunch of it recorded already. I have new series on my channel. Y'all are going to start seeing it this week. In fact, we need to talk about this. Lives. I'm probably going to go back to doing lives like twice, maybe 3 times a week. I don't know. We'll see. Once school starts, and like for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to be really busy at work. Basically until my birthday when I take some time off again. And I want to start this new series. So the new series is going to feel kind of, well, first of all, the only way you're going to find it is if you hang out on my live section of my channel, because that's where you're going to find the videos. And we have a 15 minutes to craft, and it's in real time. I'm only crafting for 15 minutes. So we have 15 minutes. If you only have 15 minutes to craft kind of thing, I've got videos for you. And then 30 minutes to craft. And the 30 minutes to craft are some nice projects, I have to say. I'm pretty excited. I'm having a lot of fun making the videos. And yeah, I already have like 6 or 8 of them made. This one's getting pink too. Definitely, if you're going to do the 2-hole method, do 2 links. That'll be easy for you to remember. 3 holes, you do 3 links. 2 holes, you do 2 links. There you go. We just hacked it for you right there on the spot. Why don't people do this? I really don't know. Let's see, which way am I going? I think I have to go in. I've only done this 4 other times, and now I'm asking myself, how did I do that? Yeah. There we go. My son had a friend over all weekend. It was so fun. It was fun for all of us. He's a good kid, and they had so much fun together. We took him for pizza buffet yesterday. at one of our favorite pizza places. Like, they just make really good pizza, and they have an awesome salad bar, which always makes me happy. The only problem is it eats too much. I'm about a 2-slice girl when it comes to pizza. 2 normal slices, not big ones. But I think I ate 5 yesterday. I felt so stuffed. Plus a big salad. That's the only thing about a buffet. Okay, we did it. We just made 5 journals. Okay, notebooks. We made 5 notebooks. I've got to call it the notebook. So easy, you guys. I mean, I know I say it's so easy because I've done it so many times, but we just did a 2-hole stitch. We used cardstock. Okay, if you don't tea dye, don't think you have to go to your kitchen real quick. When I was tea dyeing yesterday, I was like, dang, I'm even a domestic crafter, because it's like cooking paper, tea dyeing paper. Then I sew. Well, that feels very domestic. I sew. I tea dye. Domestic little crafter. Okay, let me catch up to you guys. Dawn's here. Hi, Dawn. I know you've probably been here a while. So, no, all my signatures don't line up. They're not perfectly the same, but someone's not going to look at it like this. They're going to buy it like this, and they're going to be like, hopefully not caring. Plus, you could always put something over it. So these are just such fun little notebooks. Now, one of the things I was wanting to do is a cover real quick, and I was wanting to bring in some scraps. So y'all know when we were working on the Tim Holtz thing, I had my scraps out. I still have my scraps. So I think I could definitely, you know, bring these back out, and I think these could be incorporated like this. Plus, we've made a few new scraps. But this right here has this little gazelle, it looks like. But, you know, look at that. It was just destined to go on one of these pages. I think I'll just put it right there, not overthink it. But these little notebooks would be so cute if you just add some scraps to them. We can stamp on them, and then how about we just kind of lightly decorate the inside of one of them, and I'll do the cover, and then I'll come back and share all the finished ones later. So there's a scrappy scrap. Yes, you could definitely get your stamps out and stamp just some cute black and white images on these. I really like the simplicity of them, though, I have to say. This one's just a plain white page. And here's some other scraps. I could put this here. I want these to just be like little writing notebooks, you know? Nothing complicated. And just a great way to be crafty, to start simple. So there's that one. I also have, you know, these pieces would be good pockets. If I wanted to add a pocket, I most certainly could. But I'm going to even keep it more simple than that. I'll keep those pockets for another day. For these main pockets, I use Project Life cards a lot in my craft fair makes. I usually put Project Life cards in them, but I have these scraps, so I could also just put scraps of paper in here. We could tag the top of them if we wanted them to be like tags. These are just like cut to like mini slimline card base size. Pretty sure these are all cut out to be mini slimline cards. See what else we got. Let's get one more. Oh, we also have the cutoffs from the coloring book pages that I added. You could pick a theme and be really specific. You could just add, let's do this. Let's find a page. Okay, so we don't need something on every page. Let's put just a little something up here. Can make a little, just kind of like a tab. I don't know. Don't overthink it. I'm not overthinking it. Don, how is your break going? I hope you're enjoying your daughter and your grandkids. To the moon and back. Just flag it like that. Need to trim that off. Okay. I don't know. Just a little way to use up our scraps and easily decorate a little notebook page. I didn't glue it all the way down because it'd be nice if somebody wanted to tuck something in there, they could. Okay, then that page has the little border down there. Let's just do one more thing over here. We're going to call this one done. Just add another scrap. I don't want to cover that up. I like that the paper is dyed inconsistently. I do that on purpose. So, now, let's take care of the cover. I'm going to call this done for now. I will put something in each pocket. So, but I'm going to call this done for now. Just a real simple notebook for writing. Let's do the cover. I'll do all of these on my own time later. Now, you could do a lot. There's a lot of ways you could decorate the cover. You could use a napkin. You can use paper, stamps, whatever you want. Whatever you have. That feels pretty. Yeah, that would go with this journal, wouldn't it? Let's use that. We're going to keep it simple. Again, like especially if you're mass producing these, you want to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm just using my water brush because I don't want to cut this with my scissors and get a real straight line. I want kind of a torn, rough edge. So I'm going to use my water brush. You do want to separate any extra layers These would be so fun if you have like a group of friends, a crochet group or something, or book club. If you're in a book club, it'd be so fun to give these out. Okay, let me grab my matte medium, my matte gel. Oh, right, this one's not opened yet. That's gel. Here we go. I can't get my Mod Podge open right now. Mod Podge would definitely work too. Where do you get the huge paper clips? Gloria, you can get, I know Mindless Crafting has some. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't ever do it like this. This book is so experimental. Okay, I know it's gonna go through to the other side. Oh boy. I've just made a slight mess, but it's okay. Here we go. I should have done that a different way, but it's all going to be fine and good. I know Mindless Crafting has them. You can probably get them on Amazon. They're jumbo. Just look for like jumbo paper clips. I know Michael's had them. So I'm sure Hobby Lobby has them. That's right. I saw them at Hobby Lobby and they were a good price. If you want to order them online, check out Mindless Crafting. They go in and out of stock. But I know that they do try to restock them and have them. They've been carrying a lot more stuff, Tracy and Bill, for junk journalers and journal makers. So I know that they do try to keep them in stock. And they have gold and silver, I think. So those are the places I know of off the top of my head. I got these really pretty colored ones in Happy Mail from a friend. I don't know where they got them. Yeah, this would be a great project, y'all, for your napkins. If you have a bunch of napkins. Look, that just took care of our cover right there. And I like that it has all this gel medium on it now, because that'll help, you know, preserve it, kind of seal it. I probably used more than I needed, but that's okay. You may want to put something between, you know, your front cover while it's drying and your front page. But that was fast and easy. What an easy way to decorate a cover, right? So yeah, I think these are really good. Hey Jim, a really good craft fair thing. Aw, Gloria said thanks. She found a 30 pack. So thank you, Susan, for telling her. It took me a while to get there. And her cat's taking a nap on her lap. And she hates to wake her, but she's just so sweet. But she wants a cup of coffee. Oh, relatable. I don't have a cat, but I have a dog, so I get it. And I have children, and they're the same way. Well, Sparkle Heart's the only one that would fall asleep on me now. But yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, I guess you're right, Sella. Like you only need 3 whole pamphlet stitch if you have like little pages in between. like different varying pages, but because most of all my pages were the same size today, I didn't need the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. I only needed 2, and that was real easy. So, might be a good place to start if you're just getting started. I'm going to set this one off to the side, but I love that. And it is wrinkling up right now, but I know that it'll flatten back out when it dries. I know I need to go, but let's do another that doesn't have a napkin. Maybe y'all don't have napkins or Mod Podge or whatever. We can do another variation. Let's do some stamps and paper. You guys, don't be shocked if I come back and make more of these, but Christmas themed for Christmas in July. These would be so cute in a Christmas theme. Just, again, simple little notebooks and perfect for the craft fair. I just know it. I'm gonna slide my scraps over a little bit here. So this one has a house. And then what's in the center? A peacock. Ooh, this paper makes me think of a peacock. How much is there? Oh, just that much. Okay, whatever. So I'm not going to put these birds. I'm sure they would be fine. These random stamps are pretty cool. I think I like this one. I just kind of grabbed some random stuff. I remember when I ordered this, I thought it was bigger, but it's fine. Let's pick a color. I think I'll actually do brown and then let the scraps that we put on it be the color. I'll do walnut stain. Blue would be really pretty. Okay, let's put some blue on it too. I would like a navy blue. Whoopsie. Aw, Dawn's just leaning back in her chair, having a little coffee. I don't know. I don't know if you should mix those two inks, but I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to do it. I'm breathing on it. Isn't that napkin great? That was perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of line this up here. That napkin was a gift to me. It came in Happy Mail, and I used it to make my BRB sign. So there it is right there. Same one. It had 2 halves, so I actually managed to use an entire napkin. All right, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, I like it. I think it goes good with that cover. Tea-dye paper, you always have to be careful stamping on tea-dye paper because your ink can bleed through. Once you've compromised the paper with tea or coffee and gotten it wet, it doesn't stamp the same as it used to. But because this is a heavyweight cardstock, it's fine. What I wish I would have done differently is kind of dabbed the edges so it could have been a little softer around the edges. So I think what I'll do, what am I going to do? I'm going to do something. I'm gonna do something to those edges. I'm not crazy about those edges right now. Stencil. That's what we need. We need a stencil. Let me grab a stencil. I got a stencil. Just need to find it real quick. This came in a Dreams Etc. pack. And I've already used it because it's in one of the videos that's coming out that y'all haven't seen yet. But I think the stencil is going to solve the problem. So I'm going to use brown. As soon as I find my brown brush. That's not a brown brush, but whatever. We're going to use it. Okay. It's a clean brush. Not anymore. Okay. Hey Heidi, how's it going? Okay, that makes me happier. That helps take away the those rough, or not rough, but those really sharp edges. But if I, let me show you. Let me just show you real quick. Oh gosh, I know. It's like, let me do one more thing. Okay, let me do one more thing. All right, but I do want to just show you what I wish I would have done with the stamp. Because maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. But if I would have gone along the edges like this and tapped off just the edges like that. And now I need a piece of paper. Here's some random piece of paper. We'll stamp it on there. Everything's in the way. I've worked myself into a 6 by 6 inch workspace here. But this is what I wish I would have done. It just makes it a little softer, and I could have taken off even a little more of that ink on the edges. Just make it a little softer. Okay, but it's fine. Now, let me reacquaint myself here. So we've got the peacock and the houses, so it really is just kind of eclectic. Then I could bring in another little piece of paper, and then I can grab a piece of ephemera. Let's use one of these Hobby Lobby ones right here. Maybe we'll use a bird. Bye, Sala. 6 by 6 space is all we need. Yay, you were able to finish a journal cover. I'm glad you could hang out. Hey, Maddie, good morning. Yay, Christmas. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll come back and make some of these in a Christmas style. I just wanted to tear that a little bit. I don't know if that pink is really working for me though. And that blue is probably too much. I don't want the sailboat. This is such pretty paper though. But I think that's more like it. You guys, I had a company reach out to me. I have companies reach out to me quite a bit, and I honestly, most of the time, just don't do it. Don't go for it. But I did it. I did it for all my friends who want inexpensive supplies. Maybe you're working with a really limited budget. Who maybe want to make really pretty junk journals but don't do printables. I did it for all of y'all. And I'm excited. The supplies, I think it'll be a little while before they get here. Really pretty stuff. Probably a lot of stuff y'all have already seen before on some sites that I'm not going to mention it, but just, yeah. Affordable, pretty supplies. Who doesn't like that? All right, this is going to work for me. Now, I'll tell you something I wasn't thinking of at the time. I don't normally put a water reactive, I'll just have to give this journal away. I don't usually put water reactive ink, especially on my journal covers, because the minute water hits this, it's over. There is one alternative that we have, which is the glaze, the distress glaze. This will seal it. So I am going to put this on it, and then maybe I won't feel so bad. I don't put water reactive stuff on things that I'm going to sell because I would feel really bad. Well, first of all, I don't know what kind of medium someone's going to want to put in their journal. Like maybe they're mixed media. I don't know. I don't want to put water reactive stuff in my journals that I sell because I don't want stuff moving around on people unexpectedly. So I'm just going to use this felt pad, a clean one. You don't need very much of this medium, but it does kind of seal in distress ink. It's a glaze. So I'm going to put this on the journal before I glue down the other stuff. And what I like about the glaze is it actually kind of heightens the color. It doesn't pick up the ink. See, my pad still stays clean, but it kind of seals it in. Okay. Now we can do this. Cute. Somebody will like it. Somebody will go for it at the craft fair. Now this is paper and not a sticker. Die cuts. Good. I sometimes get fooled by the stickers and don't realize that I'm gluing down release paper. So I like to just make sure. All right, we did it. Made 5 journals. Now, they're not done, but they're mostly done. That didn't Okay, I'm gonna call it at that. The other cool thing about the glaze is it doesn't leave like a texture. So it does have a little bit of a sheen, but not really. And it doesn't leave a texture. So there's that one. This one's still wet with that medium on it with the napkin, but there's, see, you can get similar looks. This was stamps and a stencil and paper and ephemera, and this was a napkin. That's all we added to this one was a napkin. And I'm sure you could collage, you could use a book page on the front of one of these. That would be really cute. I don't know if I just didn't put as much glue as I normally would. I'm thinking I didn't. When I'm gluing ephemera on the front of a journal, I get kind of excessive with my glue because I don't want any of it lifting or tearing, typically. I like everything to be glued really, really well on the cover of a journal. But these are just little notebooks. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making these. I have 3 more to decorate. I kind of still even want to do something more simple than this, but these are really pretty. But I kind of want to do something just real simple for a couple of these. We'll see if I can do real simple, just clean and simple. But yeah, really fun. 2 holes. That was easy. And just a few 6 pieces of paper and cardstock. Again, if you don't tea dye, don't worry. Just grab cardstock. Any of your 12 by 12 pads, you can make these same journals with any of these papers. They're just as thick for the most part. You wouldn't want to use a real thin paper, but you know, nice thick paper can be your cover for a little notebook. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Yeah, Michelle, come back, check out the replay. We made them beginning to end. We did all the work here in this live and made 5 little journals. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Rhonda Lane. I'm glad you like them, Andrea. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad, Jennifer. I will link the kit later. Maybe you already found it, which is fine. But when I finish up this live, I'll go in and link the kit as well. So it's easy to find, and you can find, because the prices vary, but the supplies are the same. So I'd love for you to find the one that's, you know, the best price. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching. To the replay crew, I appreciate you too. Thank you for being so willing to spend time with me, you guys. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you later. Bye.